the big news in the news and notes it's relatively small news. It's actually no news at all, but it got people fired up for a quick second. Ezekiel Elliott, former Dallas Cowboys running back, current free agent running back, 27 years old. Didn't realize Zeke was so young until all this started to happen, and I actually had to look into Zeke. Tweets started coming out over the weekend. Zeke's in Pittsburgh. He's at Acrisure Stadium. What is Zeke doing in Pittsburgh? What are we doing? And everybody immediately thought this guy's getting signed. The Steelers are going to bring in Ezekiel Elliott. Finds out that he's there to support Ryan Shazier at the Ryan Shazier Spinal Rehabilitation Charity event at Acrisure Stadium. They were teammates at Ohio State, so it makes a bunch of sense. Apparently he's here every year for it. I don't know how Twitter has existed for the last 10 years and nobody's caught him in the city of Pittsburgh. He's a very recognizable guy. Got people flowing, got the juices going a little bit on a lot of Twitter folks out there talking about what if Zeke signs with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me ask this. Zeke's not coming to Pittsburgh. There's no chance Ezekiel Elliott is signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Would it surprise you any if they did make a splash at running back, or would you just look at it and say, this makes no sense to me whatsoever?
It would surprise me a little bit. The talk of the offseason, not the talk of the offseason, but I feel like a big storyline this offseason is, Najee Harris is set up for a big year.
Yeah.
And, people are talking about Jaylen Warren taking more of a backseat than he did even last year. So I don't understand. I don't know where there would be room for another running back, unless this running back is some special teams ace and has returned a bunch of kickoffs for touchdowns or anything. I don't really see if they do sign a running back, he's not going to play a whole lot of offense. I feel like.
No, probably zero offense. That's why I like Zeke. Like Zeke would be cool, and I think if Jaylen Warren didn't exist, Zeke would be very cool. Like that would be
Zeke can still play.
Yeah. He's got stuff. Like people are talking about, oh, Zeke, he lost a step. He's getting old. He's beat up. Yeah, he probably is. Like the dude's had a successful NFL career at running back. He's a hard-nosed runner. So chances are by 27 years old, you've been in the league, 6 years now? Like your legs are beat up. They're hurt. But he rushed for like 800, 900 yards last season. That's pretty impressive. 15 touchdowns or something, 12 touchdowns last season. Like the guy knows how to find the end zone, and he's still a successful running back. It would be cool. Like it would be. So let's touch on that hypothetical here. That imagination theory, I guess we could toss it at RSA. If Jaylen Warren was never here, wasn't part of Pittsburgh. No. Jaylen Warren is here. Let's rephrase it like this. If you had to pick, would you go Najee Zeke? Najee, another big name on the free agency market, within that same classification as Zeke? Or would you say, nah, let's rock it with Jaylen Warren? He's a perfect change of pace back. This is who Najee's best partner is.
Well, I'm a big Jaylen Warren guy. So I think he brings something different. Like you said, Zeke is just kind of more of the same, which isn't bad. I think, like I said, I still think he can play and he can be a valuable contributor. I think he would look really good in black and gold, like just aesthetically, like that crop top in the black and gold. That would be
unbelievable. Najee and Zeke getting off the bus would be terrifying. Yeah, like those are the two biggest, scariest running backs Pittsburgh's had in a long, long time.
Yeah. But I think from a football perspective, Jaylen's probably the better option there. Like he brings something different, a little more speed, a little bit more catch passes out of the backfield. Whereas Zeke, I feel like, is kind of built in the same mold as Najee in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I agree. And it's crazy because I'm with you. Jaylen Warren, look at Zeke would be amazing.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be so cool if Jaylen Warren wasn't around, but Jaylen Warren is around. I'm excited to see what Jaylen Warren has to do. So my pick would be Jaylen Warren. But just like if this was a year ago, the running back market that is still sitting here as we approach OTAs, one roster spot left for the Steelers. Like this is exactly what we would be talking about. Only thing we'd be talking about. Ezekiel Elliott, that'd be huge. Leonard Fournette, I think he's lost a bigger step than Zeke, but still a good name to have as a backup running back. Kareem Hunt would be unbelievable. That would easily be my top choice there. And then, you got Darrell Williams still out there. Dontrell Hillard still out there. Royce Freeman still out there. David Johnson, Kenyon Drake, Marlon Mack, who's in the past had some really good, like the running back market would be so much fun to talk about if the Steelers needed it at all. I feel like that's every position we've talked about at this point for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's like, yeah, well, it would be great, but this team is just loaded up on every position, so it's just no big deal at this point. Like, you don't need
Right.
to add anybody. Zeke would be Zeke would be a fun one. I'd have fun with the Ezekiel Elliott in Pittsburgh.
I would, yeah, I think everyone would. Yeah, Zeke would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. That's just like Zeke would just be fun to talk to. I feel like Zeke would just be fun to
Yes.
interact with. I think like in the locker room, watching him at practice, like he would provide a little like OTAs and training camp can get kind of slow sometimes, but Zeke being there
That's what
that
I'm
would give
saying.
it some
Like
juice.
Zeke just always adds fuel to the fire. Like you got to be like, all right, this is cool. Plus, like a running back that could score 15 touchdowns a season. That's exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for. 100% what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for.